Well schooled. He slows down the pace.
Yep.
As you can see, Norman right now having a hard time getting to him. And so what did he do? He rushed him to try to get inside.
Norman trying to jab as Randall tries to connect with the same punch. And you see that pressure that Randall puts on Norman puts on Randall, and Randall's just calm, cool, collected.
See, but this is where Norman wants to work. He wants to work in close. He likes mid-range to inside to be able to work his offense. Norman likes to operate, or Randall likes to operate on the outside. You know, he doesn't like to mix it up too much on the inside. He likes to keep his distance. He can do it, but he likes to keep his distance and box from the outside and catch guys as they're coming in.
Hands free, hands free. Don't hold him, don't hold him. Don't hold him.
Short right hand from Quinton Randall. You talk about the tricks. I mean, this guy is well schooled and knows how to lull you to sleep and make you pay when you get a little bit lackadaisical in there.
See right there, he's using the high guard right there. Nice little stab jab downstairs, changing. And that was an attempt right there to catch Norman on the way in with the right hand. Stepping back. A lot of craft, a lot of nuance to Randall. Norman's going to have to think a lot faster than he's ever thought in any fight in this matchup against Randall.
Ooh, nice right hand.
Look at that.
Randall. All right.
Defensive master. Defensive master. And it's all done by his feet. I mean, the first line of defense, I've always tell people all the time, like, you don't necessarily have to bob and weave all the time. I mean, you can do that, but your feet, the first line of defense, is first for a reason. It's number one.
Hands free, hands free.
It's the best way to avoid a shot.
And the fact that he's now standing in front of opponents, he's not, you know, a lot of people say, oh, he's running. That Shakur Stevenson is no longer. He's standing in front of guys in the pocket, making them pay.
Well, he still can do that. It's still in him. It's still in his DNA. But he's learned how to control the mid-range. He knows what he needs to do. He gets right outside that mid-range, and he controls that space in between. And when you attack him, he takes a half a step back, and then he comes back and counter. But most of the time, Shakur is moving forward. He's off his front foot to be able to pull back out of range and make guys miss and make them pay. Plus putting the pressure on him mentally as he's moving forward slowly.
We remind you we'll be moving over to ESPN immediately following this ESPN Plus undercard at 10:30 Eastern Time for that championship doubleheader, where you will see the aforementioned Shakur Stevenson in his attempt to become a 3-division champion, taking on Edwin De Los Santos in his first world title attempt. That'll be for the vacant WBC lightweight title.
Hands are free, hands free.
See, right now what you're seeing, what Randall is showing.
Nice body work from Norman with the right, and then follows up with a left hook to the head.
See, Norman's game is, again, to swarm you.
Yeah.
Jump you with combinations. Any chance he gets. But if you take that away, what does he have? He has nothing. Norman and Randall is showing that.
There's that stab jab from Randall.
Again, you keep Norman at distance. What else does he have?
What Quinton Randall has had over his life is a lot of heartache. We talked about his time in jail. He won his first amateur national championship in 2016, 5 years after being released from prison. 1 month later, his son Quinell, 8, died in a car accident.
Man.
Then he had another baby pass away at birth. So he's had a lot of heartache. And he says, man, if it wasn't for Team USA, the time I spent with Kay Koroma, who's now his trainer as a pro, and that family, he said, I would have committed suicide.
Wow.
Hands free.
My goodness.
Boxing has been his salvation, and here he is as an unbeaten fighter taking on an undefeated Brian Norman Jr. Let's live.
Yeah, you do. But you from the outside looking in, you need to tell me what you need to do, what I need to do, Pop. Come on, man.
sometimes it's
Can't make this up, man.
You know, sometimes it's tough for us to hear, but what we heard there from Brian Norman Sr. was like, you got to figure out. But then he did say, you can either go on the inside, you can work from the outside, but you've got to figure it out.
But how?
Work on the inside, he said, with those uppercuts.
How do you get there?
Yeah,
how do you get to the inside? How do you close the distance? He's having trouble. He's having problems with the angles and the movement of Randall.
Yeah, this whole you figure it out is kind of like, we win and you lose. That's one of those mindsets, right?
Yeah.
If we win, we win. If you lose, you lose.
Again, the craftiness of Randall right now that's what's giving Norman problems.
Right.
Norman, he likes to have contact with his opponents, and when he doesn't, you're going to see him. He's going to take more chances, and Randall's going to be looking to set him up. And the right hand is what he's looking for. He's looking to catch him as he's coming in with the right hand.
Norman was able to land with a long right as he was lunging in, but he's exposing himself plenty and giving Quinton Randall opportunities to counter.
But this happens, and I mean the fight is still going on, and anything can happen. But this happens when you don't get enough looks, when you're not built the right way, when you get easy touches over and over and over again, and you build your record up, and then you face somebody as savvy as a Randall, and then you look ordinary. They make you look ordinary. It's important, a part of your development, to have different styles to deal with different challenges. And that's what you're seeing right now. He's having to deal with that right now when he's 20-something and 0. Think about that now.
Yeah, just 22 years old, already 22-0. Turns 23 next week, Thanksgiving weekend.
Hands-free.
Nice right hand there from Randall on the inside.
Here we go.
Allowing Norman to expend the energy as he tries to find a way in. Nice jab there from Norman.
See, it's with the jab. You jab at the chest, you jab downstairs, you look to time his rushes like that, you use the feints. You know, you move side to side. See, he's coming straight in. You want to move it side. You can bring the tall guy towards you. You see Randall now taking the chance, coming forward with his offense. Set traps for him.
Randall uses not only the ring well, but his feet to create that gap between him and Norman. Norman's become very predictable in how he's attacking, and Randall's reading that from the jump.
I got you. Stop. No. Come on, hands-free.
He believes that he honestly, truly believes that he can win this fight.
I believe he has a chance.
Look, that's half of the battle right there. That is half of the battle.
Speaking of guys who requested and demanded the fight, well, Quinton Randall demanded a fight against Brian Norman, and maybe he's seeing now the inexperience, the fact that he hadn't been tested, and the wrinkles that he could use to at least complicate this fight.
Well, right now, it's just the intensity and just working his hands of Norman.
Hands-free.
That's getting the best of Randall.
I see some blood on the nose of Randall.
On the nose.
Nice 1-2 combination from Brian Norman. Very good body work with the right.
Oh, Randall's 33 years old,
Hands-free, don't hold him. Stop.
He's hasn't been crazy and active. And now you're starting to see the youthfulness of Norman coming through.
Don't push him. Stop. Watch open glove. Here we go. Don't hold him. Hands free. Stop.
See, it's funny because Norman's getting actually in the inside, but he's not actually working his hands. He's actually smothering himself instead of giving himself a little space to be able to work his offense.
Yeah, I mean, it's a chess match right now. Nice right uppercut as Randall was holding and punching, but referee Tony Weeks caught him on that.
But it's really not. I mean, Randall's countering in one shot. I mean, so you can walk through that, but you got to be able to let your hands go at the right distance. See, right there, he stepped in and smothered and bumped.
Hands free.
And he should have been stepped in and actually started working his arms, working his hands.
There's that jab from Randall. Overhand right. And I mean, a lot of this may just be the pressure that Norman is putting on Quinton Randall because there hasn't been much action coming back.
No, exactly.
The judges are going to give him credit for.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's winning these rounds now easily. Norman is, just with his activity alone. No, he's not landing anything crazy and powerful, but he's just a more active fighter right now.
Nice uppercut from
That
Randall.
was a nasty uppercut right there. Good hook.
Ooh.
Stop.
Now we're going to listen to the corner of one Quinton Randall that includes K. Karoma, but the man speaking will be scheduled 10-round bout, our last one of the ESPN Plus undercard. Here are your updated live odds for Norman against Randall. -700 for Norman Jr. And we remind you, you can go to ESPN Bet, the app that launched this week. We invite you to download the app, and you can bet not only on this fight, but on tonight's co-main event, which features Emmanuel Navarrete against Robson Conceição for the junior lightweight title, as well as the vacant WBC lightweight belt, which will be at stake when Shakur Stevenson takes on Edwin De Los Santos. ESPN Bet, we invite you to join the family.
Stop.
Norman told us in the fighter meetings that we're going to see the best Norman, because he's always had injuries, dealing with injuries moving in, hand injuries moving in. He said his hands are fine now.
Stop. Let me go.
Got the proper surgery for him. And that we were going to see the full potential of him. I've yet to see that.
Yeah, this is probably his most confounding fight because he's had trouble getting inside on Quinton Randall. And all the stuff that worked against lesser opposition to him is not working tonight. And he's got to find a combination to this lock.
Well, he's smothering himself.
Yes.
That's all it is. He's smothering himself. He struggles with distance. That's all it is. Take a half a step back and work your hands. That's it. That's all he has to do. Half a step back, son, and work your hands. You're smothering yourself. Give yourself some space to be able to land your offense.
Nice body work from Randall. Just not enough work, though. Even in his corner, Derek Collinsworth saying, look, I don't want to yell instructions. I don't want people to know what I want you to do, but you got to do something.
Stop. Let him up.
Norman not coming in behind the jab at all. And Randall not throwing enough punches.
Stop.
Good body shot. Oh my goodness. Right hand over the top by Randall. Look, I try to be, look, Bernardo, I try to be as nice as I possibly can. You know, you understand that this game, it's a serious business. You know, you get to a certain point in your career.
Have Shakur at number 8 and then Gervonta Tank Davis. The best thing would be if they would fight each other, then there would be no discussion, but that seems like a pipe dream at this point.
Wow, nice
body shot.
Oh,
Randall.
my gosh.
Stop. Let him up.
Nice fake with the left and then stab right down to the body.
Nice jab there from
Shot.
Randall.
That was a good shot.
An up jab. But it's few and far between. Like, they're throwing, but they're not very efficient, as you see Randall able to counter there. Randall getting a little bit more active here.
Randall right now is managing his time right now, managing his energy. He's looking for spots to be able to land. I would love if he was to keep his back up off the ropes and stay in the center of the ring. That'll suit him a lot better. I mean, Norman right now, again, that's where he wants his opponent, but he's not letting his hands go because he's smothering himself.
Shot to the back of the head there from Norman as he turned Randall.
I got you. Let him up.
And again, when he smothers himself, Norman is actually looking for a break himself. He's looking to rest for a second himself.
You know what, Tim? I expected a lot more from this fight.
But that's what I'm saying.
Come on, hands free, hands
Look,
free.
man.
Go on, Ham. Stop, stop, no, stop. Let him up.
You're 20-something and 0.
Hands free, hands free.
Undefeated. Think about that. I'm expecting a lot more from Norman. I mean, a lot more, right?
Yeah.
His hands are
I got you.
healthy.
Stop. Let him up.
Yeah.
He does have a crafty guy in front of him. I'll give him that.
Very crafty.
But I just thought that he would know a little bit more than what I'm seeing right now. Like, he looks like a regular guy to me.
Yeah.
Like a regular guy.
Right and left, and that combination really started, opened the spigot on the nose of Quinton Randall. The blood had been emanating from his nose, and I think, is there a cut now, or is that
It's
from
a cut.
Or is that from
It's
the
a cut.
nose
It's
of
a cut.
Randall?
24 and 0. 19 KOs.
I'm out. Just go get it, number one. And number two, he wants him to be emotional, Tim. Use his emotions inside that ring.
Come on, hands free there, hands free. Hands free.
That's your corner?
That's his corner.
Man, that's a shame. That's a shame.
It takes more than telling them what to do. You have to help these guys find a way how to do it. That's the difference
But I
between
don't
great
think, but, I
trainers.
don't, but you know, no offense, I just don't think his father knows how to do it. I mean, he's fighting how he trains.
His father was a former fighter, but some people can do and not teach. Some people teach because they can't do.
Stop, stop.
But it's been a hugging match the whole time.
Yeah.
A hugging match.
We could do ESPN Plus ringside the rest of the way, too.
And look,
But people might go to sleep.
I'm starting to go to sleep already. You see the crowd starting to get still.
Stop, let him up.
Crowd's not too happy with this fight either. Seven excellent fights, and now we got a lull in the action.
Yes.
Let him up.
Right when Tim needs that shot of espresso to wake up.
I was ready. I was ready for this fight.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought I was expecting a lot more.
Hands free, let him go, let him
From
go.
actually both guys.
Yes.
Stop, stop, I got you.
But again, I mean, you have these style matchups sometimes can get a bit ugly.
Stop.
You know, you have the rusher, the aggressive fighter, and Norman that doesn't really know how to fight it well in the inside, smothering himself, and then you're going to have Randall that he's going to look. He doesn't like to fight in the inside. He's going to look to tie you up every single time. He likes his work clean on the outside. He likes to land effective, clean punches from the outside. He really doesn't like to work on the inside. So you're going to get a lot of this wrestling and holding, and because of the styles of both of these guys.
And there's a 5-inch reach advantage from Quinton Randall, which he wants to use, but the smothering and swarming style of Norman Jr. doesn't allow him to do that. So therefore, we're stuck at a mid-range or inside range battle that neither fighter excels at.
Exactly. Good right hand.
Hands free in there. Don't hold him there. Don't hold him long. Stop, stop.
Both corners yelling, "Wake up." I don't know if they're talking to Tim Bradley or to their fighters.
They're talking to me.
Let him up, let him. Stop, stop. Here we go.
Emmanuel ruins fighters. He takes their careers.
He takes their spirit. He is 33-0 with 27 knockouts since his lone professional loss.
Man, retired motherfuckers and Social Security.
Formula One, there's a little bit of action now and movement on that track as more cars are starting to set up for the first round of practice. You see the cars inside the paddock. The Ferrari there on the right, the Red Bull of Max Verstappen on the left. They will be first out at 11:30 Eastern for the practice session. There'll be two practice sessions. One starts at 11:30 Eastern, the a.m. Eastern, 12 midnight here on the West Coast. All in preparation for Saturday's Las Vegas Grand Prix. This is Brian Norman Jr. and Quinton Randall just doing what they've been doing for 8 rounds. Randall smothering himself. Norman smothering himself. Randall waiting to land one shot with his back off the ropes. 54 total punches landed by Brian Norman Jr. compared to 49 for Quinton Randall. Under 100, well, just over 100 punches combined.
Did Randall come here to survive, or did he come here to win? You either in the ring trying to win, or you in here trying to survive.
You should be trying to entertain.
He's not, no, but I'm just saying, like, all the stuff that they were talking, I follow the stuff all on social media, I follow the stuff on YouTube and so on and so forth, and you're not even getting in here and you're not even backing it up.
Yeah.
And you're letting this young man just beat on you.
Nice right uppercut there from Randall.
Oh, that was a nice place body shot right there.
Hey, this is one of those fights that you wish you had the opportunity to say, can we just call it after 8?
Right.
Hands free in there.
Nice body work from Randall. There you go. He's waking up here in the 8th round.
He must have heard me.
Stop. I got you.
Did you come here to win, son? Did you come here to win? Show us that you did come here to win and not just survive.
Body work from Randall continuing as Norman Jr. just swarms and stops his own offense.
The man that's went through what Randall has went through.
Yeah.
You want to be able to see that fire inside that ring, right? You got to see that fire. I don't see the fire.
You want some fire?
Yeah.
Okay. Mark Kriegel has some fire, and that has to do with what? Tyson Fury head-to-head, literally, against Alexander Usyk. And, Tim, there's no guarantee that Anthony Joshua gets by Valine and that Deontay Wilder gets past Joseph Parker.
I don't know why. I think it's going to be a decent fight, but I would favor Joshua to beat out of Valine. Honestly, I would favor him to beat him. He fought the baddest southpaw heavyweight.
Yeah.
And he did decent. He got outboxed, but he did decent. I think he'll be fine without Valine. And then, in the sense of Deontay Wilder, as soon as Deontay Wilder lands that right hand, it's night. It's good night.
You know what's good night?
What?
Well, it's not a good night for these fight fans because they're booing.
Oh, it's good night.
Brian Norman and
I'm
Quinton
falling
Randall.
asleep.
That's the only good night.
Hands free. No.
We should get extra pay when we have to sit through these. Like regular pay when we get good fights, knockouts, and then we get to earn our keep when we have fights like this, Tim. Just not much to say when Norman and Randall don't do much in that ring, except that was a nice right by Norman.
Who's winning the fight?
Nobody. We're all losers tonight, Tim.
Go hold him. Hands free. Yeah. Stop. So listen to me. Here we go.
They both have the capabilities to do a lot better than what they're doing right now.
Well, the one that has the heart, and the one that wants it is the one that's coming forward, and that's Norman. Although he's very limited with his offense, very limited with his approach, he's still trying to make a fight.
Randall's pot-shotting, Norman's staying aggressive, ineffective but aggressive. But that's the problem. We look for effective aggressiveness.
Yes. I think in our main event, it's going to be interesting to see how Shakur deals with the speed.
Yeah.
I think the first couple of rounds are going to be extremely interesting because of the speed of Edwin. And, of course, the punching power as well. But I think as soon as Shakur finds that right distance, you got to operate, then he'll take control. Both actually are undefeated, and both have a lot to fight for.
Absolutely.
But we're not seeing that.
And you saw the ESPN Bet live odds minus 2,000 in favor of Brian Norman Jr. plus 1,000 for Quinton Randall. Even money that the fans are booing.
Yeah.
We invite you to join the ESPN Bet family. Nice left hook
right
there
there
for Brian Norman. He woke up.
Good shot, right on the heart.
Stop, stop, stop. No, no. Stop, 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 stop. Here we go.
Great job stopping the bleeding from above the right eye of Brian Norman Jr.
Hands free.
At one moment he said, "It's blinding me."
Yeah.
Stop,
That's
stop.
something you never want to hear. I mean,
Right.
from a fighter say, my vision, I can't see. But he had the blood that was dripping down in his eye. That was obscuring his vision. You can tell he wasn't used to that.
Stop. Let him go.
Oh, nice
Nice
uppercut.
body shot too.
Stop. I got you.
Yeah, Norman has a lot to learn.
Stop, stop.
Rushing in, lunging, falling in after his combinations. Doesn't know how to fight at mid-range or inside. Smothering his work. Doesn't fight that well off the back foot. I mean, there's a lot of things that he can go back to the gym and work on. And I wonder if Top Rank, they're going to be patient with him. I mean, he is young.
I mean, you have to show potential and you have to show desire. I think the potential is there. We see the talent. It's just
Turn around.
tonight was not his night.
No, not at all. But I think, do you think that he can adapt his style? I mean, I don't think he can. I think he's kind of molded in what he is today. It's going to take a lot of time to be able to fix these flaws.
I got you. Let him
Because he's gotten away with this his entire professional career.
Well, this should be a learning experience for Brian. Brian Norman Jr. improves to 25. Bye.